Hi, this is Janet, and this video is just to show you the basics on how to use Microsoft Windows Movie Maker to make a simple slideshow, which you can then publish and upload to YouTube, which will help you give you more traffic and exposure to your works, your products, and obviously you can get some more backlinks to your websites or blogs. So as you can see, I've got my software already open. In my library I've got my images and I've also got my music. To get these into your library you need to import media, which is here. So you'd click import media and then you would locate it on your hard drive, click import, and they will appear here. And then at the bottom of the screen you can see all my images. I've put them all in already. Basically this is where you put your images in. You put them in whatever order you want, and basically you just drag and drop, and then once you've got them in the right order you can put in transitions, which is, if I click here, transitions, and basically transitions is how you get from one image to the next image. For this simple slideshow I've simply used the, if I can find it, I've simply used the, I can't even find that now. Oh, here it is. I've simply used the fade, which basically fades from one image to the next image. If you look at the image I've got in my library, I have a blank image. The screen on your right hand side shows you what the image looks like. That's just a blank image. Sometimes when you want to go from one image to the next, you might not want to see the image before or after. And so to get past that, you'd have a blank image, so your image would fade or dissolve, or whatever transition you decide to use will go to blank, and then from blank to your image. For this slideshow I've used a blank image for the beginning of my timeline, and also, well, sorry, I've only used it once. Okay, and then down the bottom we've got storyboard. So let me just recap on what we've just done. You import the images that you want to use here by clicking import media. Have all the images you want on, and also music if you want to add music to it. And then basically you drag and drop all your images first, put them in the order that you want to put them in. If you want to do a transition, you pick your transitions by clicking the transition button in the edit menu on the left hand side. Pick which transition you want and you drag it to a little square which is in between each image, and then just drop it there. And then once you've done that, you click on storyboard at the bottom, and if you click on it, it will open up and you'll see storyboard, timeline, narrate timeline, audio levels. Click on timeline, and what will happen is your storyboard will turn into a timeline where you can see the seconds. And basically it's, if I zoom in a little bit, and basically it's this view you need to work out how long each image will be displayed on the screen. This is kind of like what's the word, trial and error. The only way you can really find out, unless you've done a lot of them and you kind of know how long you want things to be on, it's a case of just putting your images there, stretching them and playing it, and then just having a look. And then if it seems too short, extend that image block. If it seems too long, then decrease it. On the left hand side of your timeline you have video, transition, audio, music and audio, title, overlay. For this simple slideshow, all I'm using is the video, which is the channel which has all my images on there, and also I use a transition, which are my fades. So each of my images is around 3 seconds long, and the way I came to that was basically some of my images have writing, have words on, So if you can read the writing, say about 3 times, nice and comfortably, without rushing, then that's roughly about the amount of time you want that image to stop on the screen. You'll kind of get an idea when you watch it back, whether to see whether the image is on the screen for too long or it's not on long enough. And then obviously for this slideshow I've added some music, but obviously you don't need to. Now for YouTube you have to basically use music that's not copyrighted, or if it is copyrighted you have permission of the person or people who have produced it. I got this music from a free source where they offer free music to be used. It's in the public domain. I'll talk about it probably in one of my posts. But for this one, I've got some music and it fits in really well with my slideshow of images. Blank sheet. I use a blank in this timeline because the music that I have, it actually doesn't start until a few seconds in. So instead of me extending the text, for it to be on the screen longer, which I thought wouldn't work, I just put in a blank screen, a blank image, which works great with the music. So when the music when the music does start to play, that's when you'll actually see my text. For the music, I right click. If you right click again, you'll get your menu. And what I've put a fade out. Now you can put a fade in. Obviously, like I said before, the music actually starts a bit later, so I don't actually need to fade in. But I have made it fade out because if I move to the end, that my music is actually longer than my timeline of my images. So I've shortened my music and then I've put a fade out so it nicely comes to an end when the timeline finishes. So once we've got all that, once you've got your images in and you've decided how long you want each image to be on the screen, and then you've got your fades on or whatever transitions you decide to use and how long you want those transitions to be, and you're happy with your final setup, then what we will do, I'll save my project, which is basically save project or save as if it's your first time you're saving, and then it'll ask you here publish to. Ideally you want to publish to, you can publish to a DVD, rewritable CD, email or digital video camera, but I always publish to my computer, and then from my computer I can do what I need with it. I can copy it, I can put on another CD, basically all these there. But if I save it to my computer, I just have more control over what I would like to do with it. So for this instance, again, I'm going to publish it to my computer. So here we've got, so the window opens now. It says name the movie you are publishing. I've named my movie brand new video because obviously it's for somebody I'm doing it for. And we've got here publish to video, and then we click next. Now it's got here the settings you select determines the quality and file size of your movie. You want best quality, and then we'll click publish, and then basically we will just wait for the video to be published to my computer. There we go, and it asks you optional play movie when I click finish. So I'm going to click finish and I'm going to play the movie so I can have a look what it looks like. And here we go. It opens in Windows Media Player. If I move it up here. And there we go, that's the final piece of the video. and that's now completed. That's saved on my hard drive now. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload it to YouTube, and that video will be up on YouTube. Um, there'll be a link in the post, and which will link to the final video. And there's also a link in the, if you're watching this on YouTube itself, I've actually put a link in the comment at the bottom where you can link over to see the actual video. If you have any questions or comments, please um, feel free to share them below. And if you want to pop over to my to my blog and see what I'm talking about, that'll be great. So I hope you enjoyed this quick how-to video, and there'll be many more coming soon. So this is Janet from besttokeepitsimple.com. Have a great day. Bye.